Okay, now we got the TG multi all set up, we got our wires bundled, now we're ready for our first initial test flight. When you're powering it up, of course turn your radio on, go into throttle hold. On my transmitter it's on this side, on yours it may be in a different location, but I'm in throttle hold. I then plug in the power to the unit, to the ESC. When it starts initializing, you'll see the red light on the status light flashing red on the TG multi. It's going to speed up near the end. When it finishes, all the servos will move, indicating it's done. Now it's finished the initialization. Now one thing I need to test, I need to see if the motor's going the right way. And that's just dependent on how I plugged it in. So what I'm going to do is just, while sitting here, I'm going to just lightly go to throttle hold, see which way it's turning. Now this is turning the wrong way. This is going clockwise on the front left, and it shouldn't. It should go counterclockwise. So I need to switch two of the plugs on my motor. Just go in there, any two, switch any two. Make sure it stays bundled okay and the wires don't get into anything. And we'll test it again. See, now the front left one is going counterclockwise like it's supposed to. It's opposing when it's going the same way. The front right one is going clockwise. The back left one is also going clockwise. So it's spinning in the correct direction. So we finished that test. Now what I'm going to do is go through the initial power on just one more time. Now that we tested the motor. This time we're going to be ready to fly, so I'll make sure I'm in throttle hold. Power it on. I'm watching the the status light flashing red. It's going to speed up, starts to speed up right there. Then when the servos move, it's ready to fly. Now while that light's flashing, you don't want to move the model. If you move the model, the gyros won't initialize correctly. Now what will happen is if you do that, or if it just somehow doesn't initialize correctly, when you carry it out there to fly, it's going to let you go to idle RPM, but it will not let you take off. It's a safety. It simply says, something's wrong, I'm not going to let you fly. So if you try to fly and it only kind of slowly spools and won't go above that, go check. Pop your canopy up and go look, and you're probably going to have lights flashing on the TG multi, which means error, you need to reset it. So you just power cycle it and try it again. So just try not to be moving it while it's initializing. Okay, let's go ahead and give us our first test flight here. Okay, when I'm ready to fly, I just go out of throttle hold. It's going to spool up and then go to its idle RPM. That's its idle RPM right there. Now that's the RPM it's going to stay at. If you have a gyro problem, you need to reinitialize it. It won't go above that RPM. That's also the RPM it's going to go to if you're flying around and, like I do sometimes, forget your battery's about to die and it dies on you. It's going to go to that RPM, which will basically just force you to land. It won't shut the motor off, it'll just go to that, which will make you land wherever you are. Okay, now to fly, I'm out of throttle hold. I'm just going to slowly spool up. That's the first flight after the build, complete build. When you're landing, bring it down to landing. Right as you touch the ground, just hit throttle hold, and it'll idle down. That's it. Very first test flight.